Somebody had the assignment to help you, and instead they tried to ruin you. I'll say that one more time. Somebody had the assignment to help you, and instead they tried to ruin you. In this moment, they went against a literal soul contract that they had with you. An agreement that they had, their angels and their ancestors, with your angels and your ancestors. Had a pre-life agreement. They owed you karma from the previous life, to where they were supposed to manifest themselves into your life one way or another in this reality, and they were supposed to assist you in some way. And instead of doing so, they stuck to the old life way of thinking when it comes to your energy, and they wanted to remain as your nemesis because they thought that they had a clever way of doing it, of defeating you. Well, this clever nemesis has fucked up their whole life. They fucked up their whole life because they did not abide by that soul contract. This is nothing that they agreed to in this life. If it was something they agreed to in this life, there could have been ways around it, or at least just a season of endurance that they had to pay back. This was made in another realm. This agreement was made before y'all even got here. Meaning you have the free will to not abide by the contract, but you're essentially damning yourself by doing so. They decided that they were going to damn themselves before they help you. And it all comes down to pure envy and pure hate. You possessed a natural charisma that this person has always tried to emulate, but has never been fully able to garner the results from, having that natural sense of charisma. Because it's not natural, it's manufactured. They don't know how to develop it on their own, and there's nothing that you could do or say to help them with it, because they don't want to just implement what you said into their own personality. They just want to straight up take yours. When you either called them out on this, or somebody else called them out, or maybe their spirit team called them out, and it dawned on them, and all of a sudden they felt like they needed to hold themselves accountable, then they were like, fuck that. I don't need to hold myself accountable. I don't need to feel bad. They started spiraling, right? They allowed these doors for these demons to come in and start whispering in their ear. Hey, why don't you just betray this person? Hey, why don't you just backstab this person? And they started doing little shit behind your back, thinking that they were getting away with it, until until they started playing in your face. Now they're really, really offending your angels and your ancestors because this was supposed to be a destiny helper. This is a literal, not just a fallen angel as a term, but literal. But it wasn't supposed to happen. So by them rebelling against you, or by them choosing not to help you and assist you, they're rebelling against their own higher path. So they now cannot access their own divinity or their own destiny because they rewrote their entire plot, their entire story, their entire fate. They rewrote their fate, but it wasn't in a favorable way. They thought it was going to be more favorable for them to go against you. They thought, okay, if I assist this person, odds are I'm always going to be living in their shadow. Not true, by the way. That's just how they saw it. It's how they saw it. They thought that if they were going to help you, you would become the greatness that you're supposed to become, and they would always be number two, second fiddle, or living in the shadows of your success, or like whatever, or people would think that you're giving them handouts or whatever, right? None of that was really true, but that's what those voices in the back of their mind were telling them. So they thought it was more beneficial to go against you, to try to take an entire crowd to build their own persona that was really just a replicate of yours. And that shit has crashed and burned, and they're wondering how they can come back from it. You can't come back from it. You didn't abide by the soul contract, meaning you're not going to ever be able to make it right in this life. The next chance that you have to make it right is in the next life. And I tell you, when that dawns on somebody, it's the definition of a reckoning. There's a reckoning taking place. And I know what a lot of y'all are saying, about damn time. About damn time for the reckoning. The reckoning. That's what this is. That's what's happening. Okay? Hope y'all have a good night. And to all the haters out there, sleep tight.